Hi there folks, Phoenix Aurelius here. Today we're going to be talking about the CHIO remote balancer. The remote balancer is the most unlimited option that we have, and it's actually technically a bit of a psionics instrument in and of itself. It does have some limitations. It's not as useful as, say, an SE5 2000 or as useful as an SE or a broadcast-only instrument could be when used by an SE5 practitioner, but it is really the next best thing, and for that reason it could actually also be considered as a bit of a safe entry, or a really quick entry, or an entry-level type of instrument for radionics, psionics, and psychotronics. Now, the unit here has a scalar antenna on it that is just the same as a broadcast-only instrument, an SE5 broadcast-only instrument. In fact, you'll notice if you have seen our broadcast-only instruments that they also come with one of these input plates, and broadcast-only instruments also have a place for the hologram card. So in terms of the actual hardware, the units look almost identical. It's only in functionality that they change. A broadcast-only instrument can be connected to IDF software, the SE5 legacy software, the SE5 Pro software, and you can utilize the instruments for broadcast utilizing that software if you have a broadcast-only instrument. These do not connect in the same way, and you cannot use them as a broadcast-only instrument. However, what you can do is use this as an entry-level radionics instrument. One of the easiest things, like all CHIO technologies, the purchase of the cell comes with 2 IDF hologram cards of your choice that are imprinted with IDF tunings that, when put into the IDF hologram card slot, end up broadcasting that to anything that is on this input plate. Now, this input plate just goes into the other slot here, and the rubber feet on this are designed to make it sit completely flat. Then what we do is we have a Polaroid photo of the individual, and we would want to set this into a glassine envelope, which the purchase of this comes with 1 glassine envelope, and then you would set it on the input plate. Now, anything else that you set on the input plate will also be broadcast to the individual who is in the photo, or the sample of the photo. So it doesn't always have to be sent to an individual per se. You can send this to plants, you can send it to animals, you can send it to soil, you can send it to a lot of different things. A Polaroid photo is ideal, although we have run some experiments where we have seen that even just a digital printed photo that is cut and cropped properly so that there are no other living organisms inside of the photo itself, inside of the frame, and then printed just even on standard paper like this, will have some effect. You do get better effects though if it's printed on a Polaroid photo, and that's what it's designed to use. Now, in addition to this, you can set various reagents. So here at the Phoenix Aurelius Research Academy, one of the ways that we can use these is by buying a spagyric tincture, for instance, and putting that spagyric tincture on this input plate, and then including a photo of a plant, a soil, a person, an animal, or whatever, and being able to broadcast the tuning of those different reagents, or in this case, different spagyric tinctures, philosophic spagyric essences, essences per destillatio, and other items of Aurelian spagyric pharmacopoeia to the individual, in addition to whatever is on the card. Another thing that can be done is actually deliberately writing out or typing out various intentions that you would like to send to the individual, and as long as those are on the input plate, those will also be sent to the individual. Now, in order to use this, you can experiment with a lot of different things on your own and come up with a multitudinous, like a huge set of applications for this. But to give you a couple of ideas, the cell of each one of these units comes with an operating manual, and there are different experiment ideas and diagrams that kind of show you how you could use it, and also some ideas of how you could use this for agricultural balancing, or how you could use this for other things. And places that you could contact. For instance, Ludi Larson is mentioned inside of here, who also lives here inside of Utah, and she's been an SE5 practitioner for many, many years, and she teaches courses and can also help provide you with other ways of utilizing this type of instrumentation if you are not an SE5 user already and are limited to just the functionality of this unit. Now, what makes this unit a little bit more unique than some of the other CHIO units that we have is that it will broadcast to infinite distance. So whether somebody is on a spaceship to the moon or Mars, or on the moon or Mars, or whether the person is at any location on Earth, as long as you have a tissue sample of that person or of the thing that you want to send the broadcast to, whether that be a plant or an animal or whatever, as long as you have that, you can put that on the input plate, and that is what identifies the recipient. And of course, you can include other reagents. You can include other handwritten things. You can include talismans that you've created. You can include different sigils that you've drawn. You can include lots of different types of things. That is all kind of out-of-the-box applications that we strongly suggest that if you're interested in doing those things, you think about them and utilize them. But immediately, I know for some of you, that's going to open up a whole world of possibilities, and that's why this unit in particular is really cool. It's also great for those of you who know that, like, you know, when I travel, for instance, I have a susceptibility maybe towards getting sick. You can have IDF cards that are imprinted with tunings to help to entrain the intrinsic data field to repel those types of things that you may be more susceptible to during times of travel, including even tunings for, say, like stress management and other things that could actually, like if you get stressed, that itself can lower the immune system. So there are a lot of different IDF tunings that you can use where you can create a card, put it in there, go ahead and turn the unit on and walk away from it, go on your vacation. When you come back, just go ahead and turn it off or change out the card or whatever else, and it will be broadcasting that whole time. Like most of the CHIO instruments, these should stay charged for anywhere between 3 to 6 months on a full charge. Although if you're using them 24/7, there's a chance that, you know, generally I suggest charging them about once a month and just get them up to a full charge and then let them do their thing. So they're very useful. Maybe some of the drawbacks about this particular unit is that it has this large input plate in order to work, and it's not necessarily completely beautiful from the side that is face up. So there is that, but it can fit in most pull-out drawers. And because it does not need to stay plugged in the whole time to work, they can be put in cabinets, they can be put in drawers, they can easily be covered as well, say with a towel or a cloth, linen, silk, whatever you want over the top. But they do take up a little bit of a footprint also because that input plate also changes the capacities of what you are able to do. The only other real limitation of that is that if you're going to have a sample of a photo, it is best inside of a glassine envelope. You can always contact us. We have thousands of glassine envelopes available for users of these CHIOs as well as of broadcast-only instruments and of SE5s. So we do supply those. However, this unit is absolutely fantastic for broadcasting to virtually an unlimited capacity. And one of the other cool things is that you can include multiple different photos on here and send the tunings of this to multiple different individuals. So if you have, say, a healing practice where some of your folks maybe just received some Reiki healing or hands-on healing or massage therapy or myofascial release or whatever the case is, you can always have a card that can help follow up with negative energy or chakra balance, or have custom cards made for your practice or whatever by an SE5 practitioner, and then include your clients on here for a set number of time each day so that the work that you do doesn't necessarily slip out. And so I find these to be exceptionally useful for massage therapists, myofascial release practitioners, any sort of body worker or energy worker in general. They're also really great for various offices and for people who want an inexpensive way to get their hands on a really cool piece of radionics technology or psionic, psychotronic technology, IDF technology, however you want to call that. All of those are essentially synonymous. And be able to get your feet dirty, or get your hands dirty, get your feet wet, I guess, and really start making a difference with this. So this unit is really great for those who want to be able to broadcast to individuals at a distance where they don't need to be in proximity of the actual unit like some of these other instruments that we have, and have the opportunity maybe to work on more advanced aspects of radionics or psychotronics or psionics or IDF tunings that are more customized and easier to create without having the price involvement of getting into the SE5 2000.